Do you ever feel like you're stuck in a cycle of wanting more for yourself but feeling too lazy to actually get up and be productive? Let's talk about why that happens and how you can break out of that cycle for good. I'm Anya Havita, the Glow Up Girl. I don't know about you, but for me, one of the worst feelings in the world is getting online, scrolling, and seeing the girls live their best life while I'm in bed rotting, stuffing my face with snacks. Like last week, seeing all of my peers get flown out to Paris for Fashion Week. Meanwhile, I was stuck at home making chili. I love chili, but seeing the differences really lit a fire under me because there were girls in Paris that have even less followers than me. Like, I need to get on my Zoom. And chances are you're in that same boat. In this video, I'm gonna break down the real reason behind your lazy girl era and share my best tips that I actually use myself to kick laziness to the curb and become my most productive, most successful self. I think the first and most important step to overcome your lazy girl era is to understand how you even got there in the first place, right? Because the reasons may surprise you. And if you don't know what's causing it, then you don't know what actually to fix, right? You're just kind of wallowing in self-pity saying, why am I so lazy? Why can't I get up? Time for some tough love, and I'm gonna hold your hand while I say this, okay? You lack clear goals. Laziness often stems from lack of direction, right? You don't really know what to do or what to do first or how to get started, so you just kind of are frozen in fear, right? This can be avoided by having SMART goals. And by SMART goals, what do I mean? If you read the See a Method book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. SMART is an acronym for smart, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. This is a good framework for your goals to make them actually something that you can accomplish quickly and without a lot of effort so that you build confidence and trust in yourself and then can attack your bigger goals. When you don't have a clear plan for how you're gonna move forward, it's hard to feel motivated to work, but also it's hard to know how to work efficiently. To make sure that you're not just doing busy work and actually taking action that will help you progress towards your goal, use the SMART framework. I'll give you an example. Say you want to lose weight, right? That's a lofty goal. You have a lot of weight to lose. So how can you break that down into a SMART goal? First, by identifying your biggest pain point or your biggest weak spot in that area. For this example, we'll say that you have a sugar addiction, right? And so because of that sugar addiction, you eat a bowl of ice cream every single night. Instead of giving yourself some crazy ultimatum like I'm never gonna eat ice cream again, break that down into a SMART goal and say I'm not gonna eat ice cream for the next week. It's small. You're only giving up one habit. It's measurable, pass fail, either you eat the ice cream or you don't. It's actionable. You can take action to not eat ice cream. It's relevant. Your larger goal is to lose weight. Cutting down on your ice cream cuts down on your sugar intake, which can lead to weight loss. So yes, it's relevant to your goal. And it's time bound. It's only 1 week. You can do anything for 1 week, right? So at the end of that 1 week, you've made it, right? Celebrate your win, be proud of yourself, congratulate yourself, and have a big bowl of ice cream. And then start your week all over again. By the end of the month, you've had ice cream 4 times in 1 month. Whereas before, you were having ice cream more than 4 times in 1 week. When you prioritize progress over perfection, that's when shit actually gets done. You don't need to tell yourself no ice cream forever, just no ice cream this week. Don't make this impossible for yourself. And that point takes me right next to your second possible reason for laziness, fear of failure. Many people aren't actually lazy, they're just so afraid to fail that they work themselves up into this anxious tizzy and then they just avoid work altogether. They're like, I'm just gonna fail at this anyway, so it doesn't matter how hard I try, or worse, they think I don't matter, so why even try? A lot of people set themselves up to fail by giving themselves these crazy ultimatums like, I'm never gonna eat ice cream again. Like, what's the likelihood that you're never gonna eat ice cream again and you're only 25, 26, 27, you know what I mean? Like, BFFR, this is not a real goal. This is sabotage, and you're setting yourself up intentionally, subconsciously to fail so that you can prove to yourself that you were right all along, that you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're not capable, you're not deserving, and you're not ready. This is something you're not even really doing consciously. This is just you acting out those deeply held negative self-beliefs and that low self-esteem coming in to basically be the worst kind of self-fulfilling prophecy ever. And the only way to break out of this toxic cycle is to first identify that you're in it, be honest with yourself, be open with yourself, give yourself grace, forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made in the past, and get smart about your goals. But I get it. Battling 20 years of low self-esteem and high self-doubt isn't easy, right? Just the thought of fighting those demons is probably super overwhelming. And that's a potential third cause to your lazy girl error. It's easy and super common to feel overwhelmed by having a lot of tasks or duties or responsibilities, which can lead to avoidance behavior, which is often mistaken as laziness. The only effective method that I've found for overcoming feeling overwhelmed is affirmations. Don't roll your eyes. It sounds a lot more mystical than it actually is. Affirmation is just a layman term for self-autosuggestion, which is actually a well-documented, well-studied scientific phenomenon where we literally have the ability to rewire our brains and reprogram our subconscious to see ourselves as smart, successful, capable, and worthy, which then translates into our 3D world. And I get it. That sounds crazy, right? That sounds far-fetched when you don't understand that as we think, we become. Our internal world creates our external world. This is a scientific fact, proven scientific fact. Your mind is so powerful that if you actually understood just how powerful, you would never waste time doubting yourself again. You'd never stay up late and get shitty sleep. You'd never just veg out on the couch all day and not work out. You wouldn't just dedicate your life to building someone else's dream. You'd be working on yours. You wouldn't be eating red 90 and hot Cheetos or whatever it is. You'd be eating healthy. You'd be eating for health and longevity. If you really remembered who you are and the stuff your soul is made of, you'd never have another lazy era in your life. And I'm just being honest. I know that sounds harsh, but I needed to hear that too. You just can't sugarcoat the truth, right? Especially when someone needs help. You're not helping them by lying to them. Hey, I'm just gonna be honest. You have to be real about the things that you're doing to self-sabotage yourself, because this is your life and you only get one. We don't have forever, but we do have the ability to change. So how can we actually change, right? Because it's one thing to know what's causing your laziness. It's another thing to know how to actually overcome it. Number one, create a routine and stick to it. The beauty of having a routine is that you wake up every day knowing what you have to do and when you have to do it. With a routine or a daily schedule, you can include blocks for work, blocks for working out, blocks for relaxation. Your whole day is set up for you the second you wake up. It takes so much off of your mental plate. Most people just wander aimlessly through their day, right? They wake up 20 minutes before they have to go to work. They go to work, they come home, they sit on the couch, they binge watch Netflix, they go to sleep, they do it all over again. But make no mistake, every minute you spend sitting watching Netflix is a minute that you're adding to the distance between you and who you want to be. That's not saying don't ever take a break. That's not saying don't ever relax. That's not saying Netflix is the root of all evil. It's saying watch 2 to 3 episodes instead of 8 to 12. 2, start practicing the 10-minute rule. If a task feels overwhelming, set a timer to 10 minutes and commit to working on it for just those 10 minutes. Once you start, the hardest part, getting started, is already done. And most times when the timer goes off at 10 minutes, you're like, I'm already working anyway, I'll just keep going. And the best part is, if you do get to that 10-minute timer and you don't want to keep going, you don't have to. You've already put some work in for the day. That alone is a win, especially when you're in your lazy girl era. Some work is better than no work, especially when you don't feel motivated at all. Focus on what you do accomplish, not what you don't. Number 3, reward yourself for completing tasks. Use incentives to motivate action. When you finish a task, reward yourself. Whether it's a quick treat, a little break, an episode of a show, whatever. Our brains are designed to respond well to positive reinforcement, which then builds a productive habit loop. So the more you reward yourself for doing the hard stuff, the more your brain starts to associate the hard stuff with the positive reward of whatever your break, your snack, your show. So soon, those hard things won't be very hard for you at all. 4, surround yourself with inspiration and accountability. The people you surround yourself with not only can, but do. 100% do influence your thoughts, behaviors, habits. So find friends or communities that are on the same wave as you. Stick around here. I'm building a community of girls like us, glow girls, who are all about leveling up their lives, right? And doing better, being better. I want to build a community where we can support each other, engage with each other's content, celebrate each other's wins, give each other tips and tricks, and more. I already have a private See a Method affiliates group, and I think it's really helpful, so comment down below if you'd like one just for the wider Glow Girls group. Overcoming laziness takes time and consistency. It's okay to have setbacks. It's okay to not be perfect. What matters is that you keep pushing forward, you keep showing up, and you keep putting your best foot forward. You have so much potential waiting to be unlocked, and productivity is the key to reaching your goals. Start small, stay consistent, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. I encourage every single one of you to choose at least one of the steps that I mentioned and start implementing it today. Share your progress in the comments, or you can reach out to me privately. I love hearing from y'all. I love getting to know y'all, hearing y'all's stories, talking to you one-on-one. So never be afraid to reach out. Let me know in the comments which step you plan to try first, or share your own tips for overcoming laziness. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more tips on leveling up, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'll see you guys next time.